Good morning, everyone. Leslie Ray with Digital Delights by Luby Lou, giving you your Tuesday tutorial. Today I want to make some cute little ornaments for my Christmas tree using the 12 Days of Christmas ornament set that Wendy released last year. It's a perfect set for this, and I love how these little ornaments turn out. You'll use big markets to color it if you want to do it like I did, some glue and glitter, embroidery floss, cardstock, and an itty bitty washer. And the itty bitty washer is going to help us with a matting technique that I'm going to show you how to do. I began by laying out all of my digis on a piece of paper so that I could color them and cut them and get them ready. I found that I wanted my ornaments to be about 4 inches long, so I made them all be 4 inches. And by doing that, most of your numbers are going to come out about the same so that you can use the same size hole punch, but some of them will not. This one, I will need to resize so that the width is 4 inches, and then that will bring this 8 into size of my 3 and my 10. I used a round punch like this from Marvy. I'm thinking it's probably about a 7/8 or something like that punch, and I used it. I'll show you here in just 1 minute. I began by coloring them all, and I wanted to color them in non-traditional colors. You'll see an example on the website on the tutorial of them colored in greens and reds from Christmas. But my Christmas tree is also, I have some purple ornaments, and I really wanted to do this set in purples. And look, isn't it cute in purples? I love it. And so I colored my images in purples, and after I get them all matted, I'm going to go back and add glitter snow so that I have a little snow here and snow on the little pom-poms and stuff. So that's where I'm going to use my glitter. I'm not going to show you the glitter in this tutorial, but that's where I would use my glitter, is like here and on her little muff and things. So get your images all colored. And then I'm going to use this lovely purple for my background. And here you can see, I've already started for you. This is where I punched out my numbers. And you see that little bitty line along the edge of them? I'm going to show you how to do that. What you want to do is make sure you glue your image down so that it doesn't lift. I glued mine down with just my Tombow Multi. I find that to be the easiest to use for this kind of application. And then I used this itty bitty washer. See this itty bitty washer? I got these in a set of washers at the Dollar Tree, and they have this little itty bitty washer. And what this is perfect for is making a mat. And what you do is I make sure that it is the cut side is down. Washers have a cut side and a smooth side. This side is the cut side. You can kind of see the edge there on how sharp it is. And then here is the smooth side, and you can see how it kind of rolls, right? So you want the cut side down because you want it to be flush with your paper. And I want to make sure I get this on here where you can see. And I'm taking a pencil and just with gentle pressure, pushing the pencil against my cardstock. And I'm going to go around, excuse me, and go around my picture. And it's very gentle pressure. And you can see where that cut edge comes into play there, because it is catching along the edge of my cardstock. Now, this cardstock that I colored on is just some, the big package of cardstock, white cardstock that you can buy at Walmart or Staples. It's not any special kind of cardstock. If you use like a basil white, it would be a little bit thicker cardstock and would give you a much easier edge to go around. But I wanted to show you that this technique can work with just your plain old cardstock. I wouldn't try to do this with paper. Paper would probably just drive you crazy. But when you come in to spaces like this, you just keep going until your washer goes on around. And tracing. If you wanted a fatter mat, bigger washer. It's that simple. And this last piece here. And I'm going to come over here and get this on the top. Pretty cool, huh? And so now you have the perfect little mat to cut around to get your image off. And I did the same thing over here on my 12 and my 1. So let's cut out some of these real quick. I cut out my partridge in a pear tree here. Cut into it real quick to make it easier. So with punches, it's easy to have a circle in a circle because, well, if you have just extra punch, but let's say you don't have an extra punch. This washer technique is super fast and easy. And makes a great little mat for your bird. If you're doing a bunch of these and you're wanting, the same kind of width on your mat, these will be perfect. I'll come back and do that extra. Sorry. Didn't mean to be cutting off camera for you guys. Apologize. You could use a pen if you wanted to get darker. I used a pencil so I could erase if I didn't get all my cuts as close as I needed to or whatever. Let me go in here real quick and get around this bird tail. Okay, so I've got my partridge in a pear tree very quickly cut out. I can see that I missed some of my lines up in here, so let me go get those real quick, get closer. There we go. So, got my partridge cut out. I cut out my 1. Get out of the way. My 1. There we go. 1's all cut out. Now to make him into an ornament. And the easiest thing to do is you can have him, I like these to dangle. As you saw in my other one, I had them dangling in different places. You can have them dangle off the bottom, off the side. Think about when you're making your dangle, how is it going to affect how the ornament lays? Is it going to make your ornament turn, cockeye like this, or is it going to stay straight? So I think for the first one, I want it to go underneath. So I'm lining this up here on my chipboard because I'm going to cut a circle with my anywhere hole punch, kind of in the middle here. And I'll cut one here of the one. And then I'll need a hanger, so I'll have my hanger be up here at the top. And I could have glued my hangers in between my layers if I wanted to. And I'm just using regular embroidery floss for to fix things. You could use ribbon as well, like little bitty 7/8 inch ribbon. And go up the big one first. And I'm going to attach them with just little knots, so I'm going to just trim that. Moisten the end there to make it easier to attach. There we go. And I'm just going to tie a little knot to attach my dangle. Give myself a little extra thread there. Or as much thread as I have. I think I'll make a little bow. A little bow might be fun. So have that. Do a little bow. Do a quick little bow here. So you have your little bow tied, and then trim off its excess. Pull that out a little. Pull that out a little. Yeah. And then do a hanger for the top. And I've given it a generous hanger. I like to hang stuff like this inside my tree ornament, or inside my tree pretty deep. So I want a generous hanger for it. And I just did a quick knot there. So there you go, easy peasy. Make little mats using an itty bitty washer, and add some embroidery floss to make a quick little ornament. Hope you enjoyed my tutorial. I hope you find use of that mat technique. You can use that for all kinds of neat stuff, like going around photos and stuff. Make a quick mat to cut around your photos, especially if you don't have an actual cutting machine that can measure that for you. So perfect, love it. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to share with you several pictures of these on the website, and then finish uploading the set on my blog later today. So I hope you enjoy my tutorial. Come again next week to see Christine do a wonderful tutorial for you, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.